So how many of you are teetotalers here? Gara gara maut khaye na. Be honest. Khaye na. Jara khaye nahi ba khaye na. Yeah. Rest of you are my mark. Yes. So coming back to what we were discussing, more alcohol, it's sort of a taboo in India. Now I'll give a short brief of how I achieved, what I achieved, how I came to this industry. So I belong to a defense industry, so defense background, and my father was employed by the defense, and I used to often go to these parties where I saw sober people come inside the party, and the moment they had 2 to 3 drinks, they started dancing on the tables. So this was very common, and I thought that back then I was in class 7, 8, I wasn't allowed to drink obviously, but I thought that what this golden drink does to this people, this was very strange for me. So I thought that how do I get about this? So when I tried to search about this in the academics and everything, I found out that there was no proper course which was given, which was available in India back then, which was giving us an idea how to make alcohol, how manufacturing is done. So the first thing that I got to understand was alcohol is made from yeast, so I studied microbiology. Then I found out that there was only one chapter about the whole alcohol industry. So I thought that my 3 years is wasted. Now then I was told that get into food technology, you will probably get a better idea about alcohols. There was only one semester and one chapter. Again 2 years wasted. So I started applying to companies, and thankfully I got a few offers. I was offered a job in Parle, I was offered a job in Britannia, but I sort of lied and joined Grover Zampa. It's a winery based out of Bangalore. Post that I have been working with companies like Sab Miller, which is now AB InBev, Budweiser. I have worked with McDowell's, which is right now Diageo. I have worked with Carlsberg. I have worked with UV Group, Heineken. Now I'd be wrong if I say I am very well prepared about this. I have been in this industry for past 16 years, and I have sort of understood what works and what doesn't. I have involved myself in the manufacturing, in the production, in the quality, in the engineering, and for the past 16 years, this is how I have developed myself. For the past 2 years, during the lockdown, just a month before the lockdown started, I sort of foolishly resigned from my company. I was working in Nasik. I resigned from my company and I opened up my consultation. The moment I opened up my consultation, the lockdown came, and I thought that, okay, I'm screwed. Nothing is going to happen now. The opposite happened. The industry boomed. Now why is that? Why do we call alcohol such a recession-proof business? You're having a marriage, you're drinking. You are sad, you're drinking. You're heartbroken, you're drinking. You are having anything, you're drinking. So drinking is such a taboo that even though we find discussing about it not something that is palatable, but end of the day everybody is drinking. That is why the industry is somewhere around $52 billion, and it is going to go to around $96 billion in India by 2031. That means India is drinking. Now coming back to why India is drinking and why is government, even though a few states are getting banned for making liquor, why do you think still liquor is promoted all over India? Because the government is getting around 150 to 275% taxes from our products. So I might not be wrong if I say that sort of the GDP is supported by our industry. Now coming back to what I want to do. So I have a consultation firm called Indo Brews Consultations, and we are providing manufacturing services, consultations, recipe development for whiskies, beers, vodkas, gins, seltzers all over India. So we have launched a few brands for our clients. One of them is Lone Wolf, which is now available in Delhi, Haryana and Chandigarh, and going to be launched in Rajasthan in another 1 month. We have another brand called Alpha and another one called Maverick, which is a wheat beer and a Pilsner, which is available in Delhi again, and is going to be launched in Karnataka very soon. And we have put up a plant in Assam, And we are discussing another 7-8 more projects. One of them is in Lagos, Nigeria, one is in Bangladesh, and we'll call why Bangladesh. So yeah, Bangladesh government actually controls liquor. So they are going to set up something there. We are discussing with them in the initial phases. Thanks to Indo actually introduced me into this group. Mr. Agrawal was the one who was actually gave me the link to join the group. And after this, I had a basic pitch deck, and I'm not from the, I do not have a proper idea how, I'm a scientist. So I have been working with liquor, developing liquor, the chemistry, the lab, the engineering, all these things. So I have a fair idea what works, what are the costings and everything. But in terms of setting up our business, I do not have a proper idea. So what I am looking for is proper mentorship. While I was discussing with Indo, I have received an offer from an HNI, and they are ready to invest around 5 CR for a project of mine, which is a soft commitment. I think it will be closed down in another 1 month or so. And apart from that, I have another project module that I want to discuss, which is a B2B module. That cost, the requirement of investment is somewhere around 11 to 13 CR for that project. And basically that project will be dealing with RTD. So if you have ever heard of Bacardi freezer, so I am trying to pitch something very similar to that, but a little bit less complicated. So what it will be, I mean, we guys who are drinkers, they have been drinking vodka mixed with Limca all their life, or just putting a slice of lemon, or for that matter mixing Coke and rum. This is very common. So why make things complicated? Why not keep things simple? Let's have that in a can, a simple version of it. Whether it's 5% or whether it's 8%, let's keep that in a can so it is easy to carry. I do not, I mean, I understand mixers is a good market and all that, but carrying a mixer, carrying a glass, carrying something with you just to have a proper drink is not something that is my cup of tea. So I would want that to be readily available. That is one model. And the first model, which has already sort of got a commitment, is a B2B model for beer kegs. So West Bengal, it's very strange, but West Bengal has the most, not the most, but probably the best policy in terms of low alcoholic beverages in India. Apart from Goa, which is a union territory and you get special subsidies there, that is a different story. So that's the second model. And so beer kegs, beer manufactured outside Calcutta in the Panchayat area or where do not have too much taxes, manufactured there and supplied to all over the Calcutta. So the problem why I wanted to do this in Calcutta, even though I have been 18 years outside Calcutta, is I have a lot of people who are interested in this kind of projects. But the problem is what West Bengal has in terms of policies is not something that you get elsewhere. The second issue is people are very reluctant to come to Bengal for liquor, or for that matter into liquor, or coming to Bengal is not is a no-show for them. So why? And I am a sort of a bit adamant, because even though I know that I can easily do it in Delhi or in Chandigarh or in Bangalore for that matter, but I want to do this in Calcutta. Because for almost 18-19 years I have stayed back away from the city and just come back. And basically what I am looking for is networking, mentorship, and yeah, down the line if I get some kind of investments and if somebody wants to directly have a word with me regarding that, we can go forward.
What is the minimum investment to start with?
It should be somewhere around 3.5 CR.
For starting a brewery or a distillery?
No, this is not a distillery. This is a brewery. This will be either a small scale semi-commercial brewery, or it will be an IMFL blending bottling plant. So that will have canning and carbonated canning lines.
Like you mentioned, getting it in the can form, so what exactly do you mean by that? Like, you get mixers nowadays, like for whiskey sour or margarita.
Yeah, I want to have that ready-made prepared in the can itself. I don't want to carry a mixer or carry a, because if you need a mixer,
like even for sangria, if you want to make
I will make a sangria for you ready-made in the can. You do not.
You get a decoction there and you just mix it with your.
Yeah, first of all, I am not going to go in the cocktail market, with the proper cocktail market, because that is already a little bit polluted after the Shark Tank episode of In a Can. So a lot of people have come up. I am discussing another 5 projects with people in Maharashtra, in Sri Lanka about similar kind of products. But I am not going to get into the cocktail market. That's not my thing. I will keep it simple. I mean, whether it's a lemon beige kind of a thing, a lemon flavored one or ginger flavored one, with probably a traditional hint of Indianness into it, whether it's a spice or a special food that you get in India, something like that.
Nowadays you get a lot of infused gin and all.
Yeah.
Are you planning to make those?
Yes, gin flavored, yes. Whiskey, gin and vodka, this will be primary, and rum. This will be a primary.
That opening that kind of distillery company, how much?
So you can outsource it. So you not need to put up a distillery for that.
So what is the investment?
For a distillery,
Yeah. Like if I want to make an infused gin, like a flavored gin. So
we can make an infusion in an IMFL plant also. IMFL stands for Indian Made Foreign Liquor. So you can procure the ENA, which is extra neutral alcohol, which is somewhere around 96.5% alcohol. You blend it and you mix flavors and you can do it easily.
So how much will that cost, like setting up the
Just the bottling plant,
So from end to end, like
end to end will be somewhere around 150 CR. Yeah. So there is a term called LAB, that is low alcoholic beverage. So low alcoholic beverage, currently the taxation in West Bengal is almost 30% cheaper than rest of India. And if I'm comparing, if I'm getting Maharashtra also into this picture, Maharashtra is a different ballgame altogether. So yeah, I mean in terms of 30% cheaper taxes, that is huge for our industry.
Gurgaon and Pondicherry are the cheapest ones.
Yeah. So they have special subsidies. Union territories have special subsidies. So the moment you, I mean, if you are doing business in Goa, in Pondicherry or in Chandigarh, having a business there and manufacturing and selling there makes sense. The moment the product goes out of that state or that union territory, you have to pay an interstate export duty and import duty. So that compensates the subsidies that you get. The moment the product moves out of, say, Goa to Calcutta, becomes the same thing. Then there is logistics. Logistics is a cost that you have to add on. Wastage is a cost that you need to add on. This is a consultation firm. I am already in talks with a few people in the excise department. So we'll be getting the license. You know. This is just a sort of.
Thank you.